Good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you may be in the world. As usual, this is Nick Banks, your gracious host here at All Things PlayStation, and before I go any further with this video, I should explain my absence. I've been away from YouTube for quite some time. In actual fact, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff in the background, boring administrative stuff that I'm not going to, I won't bore you with the details on all of that. But it's been very technical, it's taken a lot of time. We've got the new logo set up, we've got the new website set up, and everything is just about settling again, even though we're still very busy cracking on with this, that, and the other. But what you're looking at right here is this mental, crazy indie game that I discovered quite a while back. I've always had an eye on it. It was on sale just the other day, so I picked it up, and it's just so bananas that I wanted to make a video about it and tell you guys all about it and exactly why it's really fun to play. So the game is called Thumper. You play as a beetle in a rush after falling into a pond made entirely of LSD, and he is now struggling to survive in this new trippy world. That's a joke, by the way. They don't tell you that explicitly. That's just the conclusion that I came to because, just look at it. So I'll just tell you very quickly how everything works here, because just looking at it without having played it, it just looks like a bunch of random bits and bobs. You got your blue lights on the track there. You have to press X the instant the beetle goes over the blue light. And you've got these crazy walls on left and right, and you need to kind of turn away from them and grind your ass along them to get from one end of that wall to the other. And that's basically it. Those are the fundamentals of how to play, and what you're looking at here is just level 1, so it's quite tame. And there are a lot of variables that come in later on, like holding X to power up through obstacles, otherwise they'll just smack you in the face and take your armor away, jumping over things as well, and as I'm sure you can appreciate from what you're seeing, those variables combined with what we have here in level 1, it adds up to some pretty mental fast-paced gameplay that demands some serious reaction times out of you. And I actually let my friend play first, just after I downloaded it. Watched him play it. I just watched him play level 1, and then it was my turn. And I haven't felt genuinely intimidated by a video game for a very long time. The rate at which Thumper expects you to learn, the rate at which it expects you to catch on and keep up, it is intimidating. And there are some parts of Thumper that double up as kind of mini boss fights. It's what you're looking at right here, where you have to go over the green lights and shoot that ball of energy there. But the only way that you can shoot that ball of energy is if you nail every single part of the track leading up to it. So later on in some of the later levels, you've got these things that you have to jump into, things you have to jump over, the walls that you have to turn away from, and all this crazy stuff. And the game will accept no mistakes from you whatsoever. It will only let you carry on once you nail all of it. So if you hit a difficulty spike, there's no wiggle room there. You have to smash the whole thing. And when you've been running the same part of a track over and over and over, trying to nail it, somehow managing not to die over all that time, it gets super duper intense. And yeah, sure, it gets the old heart pumping, that's for sure. And as I'm sure you've noticed, the backgrounds are pretty trippy, and that kind of plays into the gameplay as well. There are some sections of these Windows 2000 music equalizer type background thingies that are beautiful, and they are genuinely distracting, especially when you have an end of level boss and you're seeing some crazy new formation for your eyeballs to absorb. And you're going to mess up because you're looking at all this crazy beautiful stuff that you're whizzing past. And speaking of whizzing past things, you really can whiz past them when you stick a VR headset on your bonce. That's right, the developers have actually added in a VR functionality to this. And it's just insane. It's insanely beautiful, but it's also insane when you're actually in there. But if you have a VR headset, get this game. It doesn't cost very much. I think it's about £7.50 right now on the PlayStation Store, because it's absolutely beautiful. And if you don't have a VR headset, get this game because it's absolutely beautiful. So there's no denying just how beautiful the game is, but it is also liable to frustrate the hell out of you. There are some sections that are ridiculously punishing, but you'll always end up coming back to Thumper because it's just so well designed. All of the sound effects, when you nail everything, the music sounds awesome, and the only reason it sounds awesome at that moment in time is because you're nailing everything. I couldn't recommend this any more highly as an affordable indie to kill some time with that you're always going to end up coming back to. I'm on level 4 now myself. I'm about halfway through level 4. It auto-saves each section. And it's just killing me. It's just killing me. I think there's 10 levels overall. And I'm on level 4 now, and it's seriously kicking my ass. But there's always that drive and determination to get to the next area, see what other crazy stuff your eyeballs can absorb in future levels. Anyway, I've said everything I'm here to say. I hope that I have impressed upon you just how special this game is, and even if maybe it's not your thing, it's still worth giving it a try because it's a sensory overload in all the right ways. And just as a little treat on the end here, as you can see, we're still on level 1. I'm just going to give you a bit of perspective and just pop a little bit of extra video on the end here of a later level so you can see just how bananas things really get. Just before I go and leave you with that, if you're watching this on Facebook, go ahead and click the link in the description on the top there to get through to my YouTube channel so that you can subscribe. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh no. Oh my word.